Is that lit up? Is there a red light on that? Do you see time code rolling in it?
Are we rolling here? So we're getting ready for the show. If you're just tuned into YouTube or you're watching the show on my website, what's going on? If you're on Twitter, you can actually send us a message, and then our cameraman will tell me who's watching, and I'll give you a shout out. We'll be live in just a couple seconds. Well, we're live right now. We're just finishing up the camera work, and then we'll start with the show. We're on Twitter. We're on my website, which is peterdills.com. And we're ready to roll. We just wanted to make sure all the big cameras are ready to go. So if you're watching on YouTube, send us a message. If you're watching on, that's Mr. Pasadena over there. He's getting the cake, the pies ready from Pie and Burger. We're just seconds away. As soon as Mike sits down next to me, we'll start the show officially. Call the show Straight Off the Menu. We're live at Rocco's Tavern in Pasadena. If you're just joining us, my name is Peter Dills. Mike Bingley is going to be sitting right here in about a second. You got it going, Mike? All right. Well, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Which camera am I looking at? All of them.
Well, your camera's the big one there in the middle.
Right.
That's the close-up. Now, if you want to, yeah, you ready?
Yep. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Straight Off the Menu. I'm Peter Dills.
And I'm Mike Bingley.
We got a lot of fun stuff that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes, we do.
We're going to do some restaurant reviews.
Yeah.
And we've got a special guest.
And who is that?
Mr. Pasadena.
Mr. Pasadena?
Mr. Pasadena.
Is that right?
He knows more about Pasadena restaurants.
Who is Mr. Pasadena?
Why, he doesn't have a name except for Mr. Pasadena.
Okay, all right.
So he's brought us in a pie from Pie and Burger in Pasadena. When he comes in after the first break, we're gonna put the pie right there. We're gonna cut up the pie. We're gonna have some pie.
Hey, speaking of pie, what are you gonna drink with your pie?
I'm gonna have some water.
What are you? What's going on with you? You know, because I don't think your mind is quite right.
Well, if you look over my shoulder, the poor guy, the manager here, is by himself. He's absolutely doing everything. Did we mention where we're at right now?
We're at Rocco's Tavern.
Rocco's Tavern.
Beautiful Old Town Pasadena.
Yeah, it's a great sports bar. They got monitors everywhere. They got soccer, baseball, football, CNN. They even got CNN. And Mike's got his mind right. That's Mike Bingley.
With a watermelon mojito. A watermelon mojito. This going on. Rocco's Tavern. The only place you can get a watermelon mojito that's right on.
And it's Monday afternoon. You're watching the show on Charter Channel 188. Probably on a Saturday or Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. And you can always watch the show on my website at peterdills.com. And I've got breaking news. Breaking news. Mike Bingley has moved out of 1980, and he actually has his own Twitter account. What's your Twitter name, Mike?
Mike Bingley. What else?
All right.
I'm working on it, you know.
Emails. We get your emails.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Mike, not you.
Yeah.
Mike from Upland was listening to my radio show on AM 830 KLAA on Sunday, and he heard me absolutely slamming Alondro's wings. And my problem with Alondro's was that it has the name Chicken Wings in the name of the restaurant, and their chicken wings are so pedestrian, Mike. They taste like they got them at Smart and nothing wrong with Smart and Final or the Costco, frozen out of a bag. They're nothing special.
Where's this place?
Well, they've got one in Alhambra. They've got them all over the place. One in
So
Alhambra.
it's a big chain. Okay.
It's a big chain.
I never heard of it until now. So.
Well, you're not missing anything. But Mike sent us an email, and Mike said, Mike lives in Upland. Hey, Mike. He emailed us a place for great chicken wings in Laverne. It's called the House of Wings.
When we going?
Let's do it. In Upland, it's called the House of Wings. So I've got a whole bunch of emails that people have been suggesting to us. And maybe when we get Mr. Pasadena on the air, he can tell us in Pasadena where he likes to go for chicken wings.
I see. Hey, yeah. What about this wine tasting thing? Wine tasting thing you talk about.
Funny you should ask, my friend. We do wine tastings we do them all over the place. Ventura, Montecito, Santa Barbara, and they're all in conjunction with Vaughn's. I even do one in Pasadena on a weekly basis. So if you like wine.
Yes, I like wine.
I know Teresa likes wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you like wine, go to my website, peterdills.com, and find out where we're going to be tasting wine. We've got we do Coppola, we do Dreaming Tree, we do Robert Mondavi, we do Poulet Fusset.
Yeah.
Poulet Fusset.
Best wine is in a box, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that for you. What do you like? Almaden, or what's that stuff called?
Oh, whatever. Akadama.
Akadama.
Plum wine made up there in Sanger, California. Ooh, it gets your mind real right.
You know what, though? They're now making wine in a can, Mike.
Seriously.
And it's like getting reviews that are favorable.
Well, do you remember back some years ago when they took some fine wines and started putting a screw top on there? That was quite a big deal. Screw top wine, and you pulled that screw top off, and hey, it was a fine wine. There's some of these people are using screw tops now.
We're just getting into November now, Mike. Where have you been dining at? Make us hungry. Tell us about where you've been dining. We got to. You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna take a break.
Oh, we take a break. Go ahead.
We're gonna take a break. Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad at
all. Right.
No, I'm not mad.
Hey, this portion of
dining with Mike.
straight off the menu. Hey, wait a minute. We paid a lot of money for this side.
Yeah.
This portion of Straight Off the Menu is brought to you by Mia's Kitchen. Go to your Vaughn's or Albertsons and pick up some Mia's Kitchen. This is our only sponsor, Mike.
Really?
They gave me a jar of pasta sauce.
Actually, you gave me 2 bottles of this, and this is when my wife was out of town, and so I was doing all my own cooking, and this saved me. And it was delicious, man, just delicious. And you could doctor it up with some meatballs, and but it's great stuff.
Or what about some camel balls?
That too.
Yeah.
Whatever is your fancy, Peter.
We're going to take a quick break. Maybe Gene's going to run a video for us, but we'll be back in like 30 seconds because Mr. Pasadena is in our green room right over there. Mr. Pasadena is in the green room. Mr. Pasadena, come on in.
Okay,
So we're still live on
out in front.
my Pie and Burger. Woo, Pie. Oh, we got to cut the cake. You guys got a cake cutter?
I got a cake. I got a knife.
Yeah, but I got this now. Yeah. Right. I'm going to see this or that. Yes.
Get a good look at that cake there, Mr. Deanley. Thanks to Pie and Burger and Mr. Pasadena for bringing this pie in. Do you want me to cut it? I guess I'll cut it. All right, get in here. Let's see if I do this right. Boy, it smells fresh, Mr. Pasadena.
Oh, they're made fresh every morning at 4 o'clock.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Every morning at 4 o'clock from Pie and Burger.
From Pie and Burger.
What's that guy's name? Mike? I think.
Now, is this your favorite?
This is absolutely one of my favorite pies in Pasadena. It's been a Pasadena tradition since 1963.
Really? Oh, okay.
Are we back from the break?
I've only known, we're back from the break.
All right.
Right, Gene? We're back from the break.
We're back from the break. What are we doing here?
I've only known Pie and Burger for the burgers because they were like the best burgers for a long time. So what's your view on that?
Well, it's actually one of my favorite burgers too. I love Pie and Burger. I tell people about Pie and Burger all the time. It's in the name, Pie and Burger. Once you get that amazing old school hamburger and French fries, you got to polish it off with a good piece of pie.
Well, sit on down here, Mike.
Okay.
Sit on down and I want to watch you
Watch me.
deal this out here.
Okay.
And, Peter, can you eat pie? That's okay.
I'm gonna eat a
that.
pie. Heck
You don't
yeah.
have any dietary
Yeah, I do, but
restrictions
we're gonna
on
do
that.
this.
Well, first, you can't finish this without some good whip that they also hand make every morning as well. So, got to put a dollop of that on there just for you. And these right here. Yeah.
Mike, introduce our guest. Who are we talking to?
This is Michael
Mis-
Calderon, right?
Mr. Pasadena.
Mr. Pasadena. Well,
Yeah.
I got to get his name in there, Peter.
Why do they call you Mr. Pasadena?
Well, I've been using social media to put a spotlight on what's going on in Pasadena for the past 5 years. And so all my friends and followers affectionately know me as Mr. Pasadena.
So how do we get a hold of you? How do we find your recommendations?
You can always find me on my website at mrpasadena.net. I'm really big on Twitter. I've got thousands of followers there who always talk to me daily about where should I go for lunch, where should I go for dinner. I always give out my best recommendations, places that I like, and a lot of people like it here in Pasadena as well.
All right. So we got the pie from Pie and Burger.
You got
Thank
another
you.
fork over there. Give me another fork.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mike.
you got a fork there, don't you?
Nope, I got a knife.
Oh, no. Well, here, use this one.
Thank you,
All right,
Pie and Burger
well,
for bringing in this pie.
I'm going to get into this real quick.
Get right in there.
Okay,
All right, this is
so
Pie and Burger here in the lovely city of Pasadena, California.
all right, look, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to. Best tacos in Pasadena, Mr. Pasadena. He's got
Oh,
the
my
microphone right there. Come on.
I
You're not going to hurt anybody's
What can
feelings.
I say? I still love El Portal. El Portal still has some of the best tacos. Still has one of the best margaritas too in Pasadena.
So El Portal, you like the tacos, you like the margaritas.
Yes.
Okay.
Pie is great, by the way.
That pie is good.
Can't beat that. Made today.
What about burgers? I'm always on the hunt. I like rounds.
Yes.
You know that because I tweet too.
Yes.
I don't
yes.
have as many tweeters as you do, but I like round tweeters.
But
I'm tweeting right now.
But we just said, this over at Pie and Burger is still one of my favorite burgers.
Stop with the Pie and Burger. No, I'm kidding. Pie and Burger does have a good burger.
But when it comes also, a hidden gem is still the Doghouse. People say, oh, do they only do hot dogs? No, they've got a great burger. One of my favorites is the Ringer. That hickory barbecue sauce, beautiful savory bun that's got a nice sweetness to it with a Hawaiian bread, an onion ring, and some bacon.
Did the Pasadena Weekly send you in here?
No, as a matter of fact, they didn't. Did they consider it the number one? Probably
number
one of the
one.
Yes, it's number one burger.
Number one burger.
It's one of the best here in Pasadena.
Yeah, it is good. I have to admit, it is good. I mean, top three for sure, top five. But I like it. I like that you mentioned. I like that Hawaiian bread.
Oh,
in
yes.
fact, when I do burgers at home now, just because of the Doghouse, I'll do the Hawaiian bread at my house. It works out good. Do you like the Hawaiian bread?
Oh, I love the Hawaiian bread. Oh yeah, that sweetness that just kind of makes it. I like that burger they have. I think it's got hot dog and chili, and I think they call it a heart attack or something. Wait and a half. It's got all that stuff and the egg on top and the Hawaiian bread. I can't remember what it's called, but I mean, oh man, it sounded nasty at first, but it was good. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Now, Mr. Pasadena, are you just Pasadena, or can you get up to Altadena too?
Well, that's a very good question. I'm not Mr. Altadena.
Okay.
But I'm happy to always talk about some nice things that are going down from Altadena.
Okay.
Same with South Pasadena. I'm not Mr. South Pasadena.
You're Mr. Pasadena.
But they do ask me from time to time, say, hey, what about this? And I give my honest opinion.
Well, the best dive bar, according to Mike Bingley, you're watching straight off the menu, by the way, Charter 188 Saturday and Sunday nights on Time Warner and Charter. Mike likes to go to the Rancho all the way up on the top of North Lake. What about when you just want to be casual and just have a drink and you don't want to
Want to be seen?
you don't want to be seen, but you don't want to spend Parkway Grill prices. Where do you like to go for a drink?
For a drink, I go to the White Horse.
Oh, okay, yeah, just right around the
where?
corner.
To the White Horse, right just down the street over here.
Yeah, it's the old Club
I
de
don't know the
Lacey
White
41.
The White Horse.
The White Horse.
Okay.
Order the Sucker Punch, a delicious drink that actually takes 3 days to make.
Say what?
It takes 3 days to make.
Explain.
Excited. Well, they have their concoction, which literally almost has to ferment for a day and a half. And then they filter it 2 different times, only to end up in your icy cold glass. It's almost like sitting back on a beautiful porch in Pasadena on a summer's day, delicious.
Nice, refreshing drink.
Nice, refreshing.
I like refreshing drinks. Hence, what's right in front of me right
Oh,
here.
beautiful
Oh,
mojito.
you know what
yes.
this is, don't
Oh,
you?
yes.
Yeah, the watermelon mojito here at Rocco's. Oh,
Wonderful.
It is right on. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
No,
right
no,
ahead.
that's quite all right. But just like in the name, the Sucker Punch, you don't even feel it coming. Oh, it gets you about 2 drinks later.
All right. You ever want to come back on our show straight off the menu?
I'd love to, yeah.
I got to ask you one more question.
Oh, no. Okay.
Years ago, I loved going to McCormick and Schmick's. I felt they had the best happy hour in town. Remember, $1.99 cheeseburger, drinks were reasonable. They've long since gone. Where do you recommend for our viewers to go for happy hour? Besides Rocco's 2-for-1 drinks, of course, we know Rocco's is good.
Well, they do have other hidden gems in Pasadena. And the one I've really found out recently is the Salt Lounge.
Ah, yeah.
One of the,
Salt Lounge.
yes, the number one reason why people don't really know about it is because they can't see it. The Salt Lounge is downstairs by the iPig Theater. And since you can't see it above ground, and you think, well, do I need a ticket to go there? You actually don't need a ticket. You can just walk on down to the lounge. They've got some great happy hour prices, some great 2-for-1 specials, great beers on tap. And it's so quiet and secluded most nights.
Now, where is this?
This is over at 1 Colorado. Over
okay, I know it. I know it.
Yes,
Yeah.
at the iPig Theater. So
And you can watch the games there, the football games.
Monday Night Football there.
And from time to time, I know you host parties there.
I have, yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's another reason to follow Mr. Pasadena on Twitter. Are you doing Instagram?
I'm doing Instagram. What's really big right now is my wonderful meetup group. Shout out to all my friends in Meetup. I have over 650 followers, and every month it's the Mr. Pasadena drinking and dining meetups. We're always going somewhere to eat and to drink. So in November, we'll probably be doing a pub crawl. Would love to have the both of you.
All right, let's hear it for Mr. Pasadena, everybody.
Yeah, Mr. Pasadena, right on. Right on.
Everybody's a bit busy as.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah, no
Yeah.
problem at all.
And you know, ruining my diet here.
Thanks,
with this
thanks,
beautiful,
Mr. Pasadena.
Pies here.
Hey,
You know?
anytime I can do that.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike.
All right, when we come back from this break, Mike Bingley's got some reviews from some local and not so local restaurants. Plus, I've got a couple more emails from you, our viewers. For right now, it's Peter Dills.
And I'm Mike Bingley, but you know.
You're watching Straight Off the Menu.
Yeah, my microphone on.
Oh.
I didn't have my microphone. I just hooked. You hear me now?
Thank you, Mr. Pasadena.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Hello, hello. All right. Okay.
How much?
Can I get this out of your way?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You keep working, and I'll save that pie for you.
Now, was I on the shot on that, on the long shot there?
You were going in and out of frame.
Okay. All right. How we readjust for the two of us now? For that one, for the static shot. Yeah. We're cool. Well, you're getting ones. You're following it with that camera too, so we'll be good. Okay. Okay.
Why don't you bring us back?
Okay.
Peter, thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Hey,
Pasadena.
nice seeing you.
What's that? All right. Okay.
Well, welcome back. We're here with Mr. Dills and myself, and you're watching Straight Off the Menu. And we're here live at Rocco's Tavern in the lovely city of Pasadena. And, you know, Peter, I've got a nice restaurant, actually, that I want to talk to you in the lovely city of Las Vegas, a little out of our viewing range. I think that's...
Do tell.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all of us here, you know, from time to time, you know, go to get rid of our extra money up in Las Vegas. And there's a place up in Las Vegas. There's lots of good restaurants in Las Vegas, okay? All kinds of great ones. But this is one that I really dig.
All right.
It's called Hash House A Go-Go. And they have three locations in Las Vegas. And they have a chicken and waffles. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of chicken and waffles. It's like 2 chicken breasts on this stack of waffles. Oh man, it is to die for.
You shut your mouth.
As a matter of fact, I started talking, I kind of started drooling a little bit, and I have to look at my notes here,
Yeah.
and it's got like a maple reduction sauce on there, and comes with fried leeks. And, it's different from, the other places where you get eggs and, hash and hash browns, what have you. And then they got this BLT sandwich. It's crazy with the big, giant homemade bread. And, oh my goodness. And then, and of course, I think one of the best things is their tenderloin. They have this grilled tenderloin with honey mustard sauce, and it is to die for.
Oh man!
And the main one they have, the one that's closest to the places I go, is I stay in Old Town, is at the Plaza Hotel, and that's went in not too long ago. But they do have one in San Diego, California, too, and you can look it up on the internet. And but if you're going to Las Vegas and you don't want to settle for the buffets, not that they're bad or what have you, this is kind of a place that has different food that you may like. So check it out.
Right.
You're going to Vegas pretty soon, aren't you?
I go about once a year.
Once a year?
I don't like to lose my money because I don't have any money. So from Pasadena to Long Beach, all the way out to Vegas, we try to cover it all here at Straight Off the Menu. I'm Peter Dills. That's Mike Bingley. We call the show Straight Off the Menu. Mr. Pasadena gave us a lot of information. We got to find a Mr. Long Beach, or a Miss Long Beach, somebody that knows about Long Beach. That would be kind of we've got a lot of viewers out in Long Beach, Mike. So I'm going to do a little bit of research and get you some restaurants that I think that you'll like out in the Long Beach area as well for the next week's show. And as you told me before we started the show, when you say something on the show, we got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I will do it. Next week, we'll have a couple restaurants that I'm going to find for you in Long Beach, because we know we got a lot of viewers all over the place, but especially in Pasadena, especially in Long Beach.
Let me just tell you real quickly. I'll make it quick. This is another restaurant that I want to talk to. I think it's a great value, and it is right on. It's a steak restaurant, and it's called Pinnacle Peak Steak Restaurant.
Pinnacle Peak? Peak. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pinnacle Peak. Not Peak. I used to think it was Peaks.
Yeah,
Peak.
yeah.
And it's in San Dimas on Foothill Boulevard in San Dimas.
Okay.
And it's you probably heard of it. It's one of those places where you go in, if you wear a tie, they cut it
tie
off.
You know, my dad put it on TV about 20 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's see if we can find some footage on that.
Oh, hey, that'd be
that
cool.
would be
Gene, that's
awesome.
what we'll do. Find some footage of that.
No, I know.
But let me tell
what
you,
we're gonna do.
They have this porterhouse. I think it's called the Trail Boss. It's $28.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's huge. 28-ounce porterhouse is actually It's $1 an ounce.
What is it? Prime? Select,
They cook it over
a choice.
I probably select.
Select your choice.
I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is they cook it over hickory coal, and you can watch them cooking your steaks and stuff. And it comes with beans, bread, and a salad.
Okay.
Now, if you want a baked potato or something, that's the $3 or whatever. But it's a good value for the kids. And of course, they've got steaks that are down to like $16, and then they've got half a chicken for $12 or something like that. But it's a very cost-effective, good restaurant. I would highly recommend it. It's on my top 10 list. Again, it's Pinnacle Peak. I always say the S.
Yeah. And
it's in San Dimas, California. So
and
there you go.
And you and Teresa went. How much did you spend between the two of you?
Oh, we would spend. Well, see, they have cocktails, which I failed to.
Yeah. That's all right. Got to have a cocktail.
So we'd go out there and spend about maybe $75, $80. It depends on what we're drinking. If I'm drinking some of these, get my mind right. Which I see that you're not getting your mind right yet, but maybe by the end of the show you'll have your mind right.
Oh, I'm going to have my mind right. Speaking of cocktails, my friend.
Yes, please.
Speaking of getting your mind right, have you ever been to Utah? Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, yes, all time.
All right. So you know that there are a lot of teetotalers out there, meaning that they frown upon people drinking a lot.
My wives have never told me that.
Your wives? How many
no, I didn't know that.
Well, they've got a way to get around these quirky liquor laws that are happening in Utah. Now, if you order a beer in Utah, they can't be higher than a 3.2 or 3.3%. Basically,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, basically that's a Budweiser or a Coors. Mike, an IPA, that's going to run you about 6% or 7% alcohol. So in Utah, you can't even get an IPA because it's too high in alcohol.
Really?
Number one. Number two, they have a law that when you're getting a mixed drink, you can only have 1.5 ounces of a certain alcohol in your drink in Utah.
So they could get 1.5 ounces of rum and then the rest Coke.
Yeah.
But if you get a Long Island iced tea, they can put.
They got around it. You're right, my friend.
So they can put an ounce of 1.5
Yes.
ounces of gin and then vodka. And,
Yes.
so on
So
and
they
so on.
so they thought that the legislation thought they were covering all bases, but a lot of these restaurants in Utah were able to how do you say skirt the laws or circumvent the laws by putting you can put different liquors in the drink. So in Utah, their quirky liquor laws lead to unique cocktail concoctions using more than one type of liquor in their drinks.
You know, the laws change all the time, but about 20 years ago, when I was going through Utah and you got a drink at some, I think it was a chain restaurant, they would bring you your mixer, and you had to physically get up to their little bar. They had a little bar there, and you had to buy your alcohol, and they'd give you the little airport bottles.
Oh,
and that's how they got around some of those things. And I think I don't know if that was a Sunday thing. It was a long time ago, but it was just interesting. It was very difficult. They made it difficult for you, probably for good reason. But
well,
but, hey,
there's a lot of those places that church laws, they don't allow you to buy liquor at supermarkets till Sunday afternoon after 11:30. I remember one time I was in Phoenix and we went to the liquor store, of course, in the morning. We had to go get our beer for the pool, and they had a sheet over all the beer. Said you can't buy it till after, I don't remember the time, after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You know, in the state of Montana, which I go every year up to Flathead Lake, you got to go to a liquor store.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not like you go to Walmart or you go to one of these discount stores, Liquor Barn, what have you, and get discount liquor or Ralph's or whatever. No, you got to pay top dollar for liquor at the at the state liquor store. They don't have sales really, So, moral of the story is if you're going to Montana, bring your liquor with you.
Bring your own. Bring your own.
The big bottle. I mean the big jugs with me.
Bring your own. Bring your own cases. So I got a couple other emails from our viewers. Yeah. And this one sounds legit.
Okay.
Tony from Pasadena sent me an email how impressed he is about Clancy's in Glendale, the happy hour.
Oh.
He said, in fact, he wants to meet me out there on a Monday. Well, we do our shows live here on Mondays, but Clancy's, he said they got a good glass of wine for $4.
Really?
And a good pour. And he compared it to the same wine that they serve at the Cheesecake Factory for $7 and $8.
Is that Clancy's Seafood Broiler? Is that what it's called?
I'm sorry. Yes, that's Clancy's Seafood Broiler on Central Street in Glendale.
Okay. That for years I said that was my favorite restaurant.
I know. That's why I was excited.
Alaskan king crab.
Ooh.
But the last time I went there, I was horribly disappointed. Horribly. And the crab, bring me that big giant crab. They brought me this little thing where you wear your fingers
little
out.
Slivers.
And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I said, did I order wrong here or what? And oh no, that's
the
way season. This is the way it comes. But I wasn't happy. But
I know. I remember you telling me about the Clancy's.
Anyway.
But this is just happy hour. So he's got the wine for $4, and he said they got street tacos at Clancy's for $3. And he said you get your choice of carnitas, shrimp, or chicken, all for $3. And Tony, he didn't like to spend money.
Yeah.
But he says that it's the real deal as far as happy hour goes. So I'm going to go check it out. Well, hell, I'll bring you with me.
Good. I'll go,
Clancy's. We're not going to order.
You're buying, right?
I'm buying at these prices, so we're not going to order king crab legs.
Well, no, you going to Clancy's, you got to have the king crab. Why you want to have stuff? You got to have the king crab legs if you're going to Clancy's. That's what they're famous for. Hey,
but you said you didn't like it.
Well, no, but I got to be, it's been a while. So,
Okay.
I got to check it out again. I got to make things right.
All right.
They got to make things right. Hey, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
What about your radio show?
Oh, we're on in Santa Barbara every every Thursday at 12 noon in Santa Barbara, AM 1290. You can listen to the show on my website, peterdills.com. And then the other show that you've been on several times, we're on the Angels Radio Network, which is now, I guess, since baseball season's over, the Ducks Radio Network, AM 830, and we're on Sunday afternoons. And if you're outside of the area, you can listen to it on my website, peterdills.com. And it's the same stuff we talk about right here.
Yeah.
We have guests on a lot of times. We talk about wine. We talk about restaurants. We talk about food, but I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I gotta get into more happy hours and more values for our listeners on that radio show, but also here for the viewers. I mean, happy hours here at Rocco's Tavern, it's great. All the drinks are 2 for $1.
Yeah.
They don't do food though on happy hour here, just the drinks.
They don't do food for happy hour?
Well, I mean, you can get a pizza, you can
Yeah,
get chicken wings,
okay.
but it's not discounted.
Oh, okay.
that. Well, we're about done with the show, Mike, and you
Are
didn't
we?
ask me. All right, ask me next time. I'll wear it again. It's a Guayavera.
A Guayavera.
Guayavera.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
Because it's a Mexican wedding shirt, and if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you notice I go, because if this show doesn't work, I'm gonna have to get a job at a Mexican restaurant.
Well, I can help you out with that. I know a guy named Tavo that works down the street. He can fix
We're
you
gonna
right up.
have Tavo on the show,
Hey, I'm Mike Bingley,
and I'm Peter Dills.
and thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for making the show happen.
That's it.
Mhm.
Well, I got to get myself a cocktail here.
Boom,
You know.
boom. We're all done. Thanks to everybody that's watching on Twitter and Periscope and YouTube. And it's peterdills.com, and
Yeah.
that's it. That's
And he
all I
doesn't
can
have
tell
his
you.
mind right. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't. Well, I wanted to see how I could do it without being drunk.